my fellow HHN obsessies, and welcome to the HHN Obsession Podcast, where we talk about all things HHN and obsess together over this amazing event. I am your host, JJ. With me, as always, the co-ghost, James.
James, the co-ghost, and I didn't have a ghost prepared. I'll do it after. You can put it in post if you want. I don't know how we'll figure it out.
The day nobody died.
It's a good day.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We have a lot to talk about today, and we're going to try not to make it too long of an episode. I think we should get started. We have a bunch of new updates. We have some new speculation / rumors, and we have a whole new speculation map to talk about. The first thing that just happened was yesterday, out of nowhere, pretty much. I mean, there was rumors about it. A lot of people were discussing that something might happen, and people were thinking it was going to be tickets, but we did not get tickets. We got a random HHN merch drop, the very first drop that happened for HHN34. The first official one, I guess.
Merch.
Bunch of merch. However, James, have you seen this merch?
I might have glimpsed it.
I have some thoughts, and I've spoken my thoughts on our Instagram, but I'll quickly say them here. The merch looks like it was put together super last minute, or super quick at least. Not maybe last minute, but really quickly. It seems like somebody told them, hey, we need this in 2 days.
Yeah, intern got a promotion.
Maybe. I don't know. But it just looks so lazy and
lackluster.
Yeah, lackluster. I truly think it was a last minute decision because they wanted to put something out just so there's something out. The thing is, usually by now we have an official first update, first release. Like we have tickets usually by now. We have our first house announcement by now. But because of Epic Universe, the marketing is focusing on that.
Yeah, I think they're pacing themselves to keep the waters chummed, you know? That's halfway Halloween, all that.
So we are recording this on May 16th. So next week, next Thursday, is when Epic Universe officially opens to the public. So I think they wanted to release something, just something small right beforehand. And the big rumor is that we're getting our first announcement on June 5th. That's the rumor. Doesn't mean that's what's actually going to happen, but it makes sense. They're going to wait for Epic Universe to open, for that to kind of cool down, and then they're going to release the first house and tickets, which is pretty late for recent years. June is pretty late in the game. So I have a feeling we're going to get house after house announcements coming soon here. They might even do what they did last year with the originals, where they release them a day after another. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But back to the merch. So basically, we got a shirt, a tank top, a cap, and a shot glass. And it's all just basic font, like a basic, creepy brown, almost looks like
roots, kind of vines.
Could be, or it could look like poop as well. I hate to be negative, but to me, this is just so bad. But what it says on the shirts, can you guess what it is if you haven't already seen it, James?
Oh, I did, and it's the Don't Go Alone thing. Right?
It's Never Go Alone. Never Go Alone has returned from the grave. A grave that it just cannot stay in. It just keeps coming back. It skipped a year. We didn't have it last year.
I guess I didn't realize the disdain. I don't know, it was old already. But it wasn't my favorite thing.
I think it showed up in 2020, and every year it's been back besides last year.
It wasn't old to me, but I was annoyed because I kind of unofficially go alone. I mean, I'm like...
Yeah, stop telling us what to do, Universal.
Yeah.
We want to go alone sometimes.
People go to movies, people dine alone. Party of one, it's still a party.
Now, after voicing my opinion on how quickly put together this was, I did get some comments back, and comments that I can agree with, actually. People agreed with it looks very, done quickly. However, they did mention that it kind of looks like old school HHN, like the darker font, darker colors. It looks classic HHN, and I can agree with that. I do like the colors of it, and I hope that's hinting at something much better and bigger.
Yeah, I guess I could see how OG fans would be against the vibrant colors and the boldness. I guess so.
And also, like you said, James, the font kind of looks like rootsy. People are guessing that could be a callback to HHN23.
Wicked Growth or no?
Not Wicked Growth. That is kind of a good guess too. That's more recent. But the theme for HHN23 was originally What Evil Has Taken Root.
Oh.
And you got to remember, this was back in the Michael Aiello days. And Michael Aiello is back. Now, what happened this year at HHN23 was he had this whole theme planned out, how it was going to be like, I don't know, the roots were going to be deepened into HHN that year. However, Walking Dead came along and they wanted to make every scare zone Walking Dead that year. So the theme was just totally thrown out the window, and this Where Evil Takes Root was just part of marketing and nothing to do with the event.
Hey, I have a qualm with this old thing too, because they're putting clouds as the main thing for root, and they just have a few roots on the root word.
He's talking about the logo for HHN23, What Evil Has Taken Root. But people are thinking maybe Aiello is finally gonna try this again and bring it back.
Okay.
And like try to do the plan he had originally.
Yeah, correct the past.
Yeah. So that could be a thing. With all that said, usually the preview merch has very little to do with what the event actually is. I don't know why they do that. Last year, I don't know if you remember, James, the first merchandise drop was the orange shirt that everybody didn't like.
I missed out on that one. I was going to tie-dye it like with black spiral. I need to get one still.
And that had very little to do with the event. It kind of fit with the punk vibes that came later, but it was more like beach vibes almost.
Pumpkin or what?
Oh, what? You're too late on it, though. You should have said that last year.
That's way too late. Pumpkin orange.
Yeah. All right, so back to the merch, though. What's funny is we also got a candle, and it says Never Go Alone scented candle. What do you think Never Go Alone smells like, James?
Closing time at a Italian restaurant.
Closing time.
I have no idea. It gives nothing. Maybe dirt.
My guess is it's the generic fog smell that they release every year. They just always put a different name for it. So I bet you it's the fog smell one. But maybe it's different. Maybe somebody can comment and tell us if they've smelt it, what it smells like.
There's been some earthy candles.
What does Never Go Alone smell like? I like the shot glass. Also, we did get an official logo for the event that they also added on this merch, and that one I actually like. I don't know. I like the sky blue in the lettering, and then all the roots kind of surrounding it.
The red accents is not overpowering. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I'm into it.
So this could be good for the theme for this year.
Hey, and that shot glass was a tall one. They haven't done that in a while.
That is true. They haven't done one of those for a bit. I think it's a double shot. It's not as big as some of the other ones they've done, but it's definitely a double shot for sure.
Yeah, that's not bad. I like it.
Yeah. So, any last thoughts on that merch?
I'm gonna sit on it, wait for the next batch. The same thoughts. I'm not super about it.
Okay. One thing that's slightly off topic for HHN is we also got a Rip Ride Rocket merch drop at the same time as this merch.
Oh, I don't think I've seen those.
It's a farewell tour shirt that I actually really want, but they did miss the ball on RIP. Rip Ride Rocket. Why not?
They didn't take advantage?
They didn't take advantage of that.
That's typical.
They did Rip Ride Rocked it. Like past tense rocked it.
So they tried? Oh no. No. It's right there. It's on the thing. It's next to it. Oh. Who's in charge here?
And it's also backwards. They put Farewell Tour 2025 on the front. I think that should have been the back.
Yeah.
And this should have been the front.
Yeah, it looks, just wear it backwards.
But yeah, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocked it is the shirt. We're really dogging the merch on this episode.
Well, that one, you have to. Rest in peace, right? Come on. And it's in the... Oh, I don't know what's worse. I don't know if this is worse than the threes. It might be. The threes, it's not automatically there. This is built in. Oh.
It's very sad. Very sad.
Dang, that's too bad.
All right.
I don't know how this happens.
So that takes care of the merch update, okay? But since we're on the topic of Rip Ride Rocket, there's been a lot of discussion about this because Rip Ride Rocket is supposedly closing in September 2025, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Horror Nights starts August 29th, I believe, this year. So it's going to close while HHN is happening. So how are they going to start deconstructing a whole ride when the queues go under it, right?
Timber.
So there's been a lot of discussion if they're going to wait for the event to end before they start demolishing it, and next year's event, the queues will be affected. Or there is theories going around how there might just be a hub.
Sorry, I thought of something. You can continue. I have an idea.
There is theories going around that there could be a hub, just like where the tent hub is. You know how we went back there and the two new tents are kind of at their own little hub? There could be a little hub at the sound stages. Like if we walk around where the tribute store is and that little the fake library facade, New York Library, and walk around that corner, that could be the entrance to the hub. And there's like a huge employee parking lot back there where they usually have the queues. That could be the hub where all the houses enter. That is a theory that is nowhere near fact, so take that with a grain of salt.
But
But
here's mine.
okay, let's hear yours.
Dude, they got the dragons working already. Just employ them to go take apart the thing. That's what they do for a living. They feed the big old queen dragon.
What the heck are you talking about?
They're gonna pull apart the roller
Are you
coaster.
talking about How to Train Your Dragon right now?
Yeah, the dragon drones are gonna come and rip apart the ride piece by
the
piece.
flying drones.
Yeah, they're gonna melt piece. I don't know. Yeah, the dragons are gonna demolish the ride. Okay, that's it. that's my theory.
But anyway, we could see a very different layout of Horror Nights, and I'm not sure if I'm liking that because it was already kind of one part of the park, another part of the park, right? Like it used to be a complete circle of stuff, like everywhere. And now it's going to be one corner and the other corner where all the usual entrances for the sound stages are kind of lined up. It's all just going to be in a hidden corner now. It's not going to be like cohesive and spread out like it should be.
Yeah, I agree. Didn't we say the same thing about Minions Land?
That's going to be another topic we're going to talk about.
We adapted to that shift. I guess.
Wait till you hear about this. We're going to wait just a little bit on that one.
Yeah, you're scaring me.
But yes, there was a big shift when Minion Land happened. So yes, not Minion Land, DreamWorks Land is what really affected it.
Not Illumination?
That affected a scare zone.
Right.
But DreamWorks Land affected the two portals over there.
Yeah, the walkways went all over everywhere else.
That and the parade, because they needed the parade warehouses, so they stopped putting houses in those. So that's another reason that we don't have houses in that little cubby anymore. But I liked having them there because it was more spread out. I don't know. That's just a little rant. Not a huge deal, but it's definitely going to be something to get used to if that is the case, where it's going to be in its own little hub while they're building the new ride.
Word of the day, hub.
What's the hubbub?
Hubbub.
But I guess we can move on to HNN's version 2 spec map, which is a little confusing because this is actually the fourth map they've released this year. They released a Christmas preview map, then they did version 1, then they did an Easter preview map, and now this is version 2. So we are going to be mainly talking about HNN, Horror Night Nightmares map, which we usually do. But I am going to refer to another spec map.
We're going to cross-reference.
Yeah, another Twitter account, Instagram account that does spec maps is called Hallow'd Out Horror. And they're starting to get a pretty good following, and they're starting to get a reputation of getting certain things right. So looking at these two maps, they're both pretty similar. However, Hallow'd Out Horror released their map first yesterday. And then later in the night, Horror Night Nightmares decided to release theirs. Let's get started with the map. Lots of interesting stuff to talk about on this new map. A lot of similar things, but a lot of new things, James. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the very first thing, and one of the most shocking things that it's on this map, and that has to do with what I was just talking about when you were mentioning Minion Land.
No, I have no idea. I mean, the symbols are all kind of updated.
Scare zones.
Scare zones. Did we not know scare zones before? Did they have info?
So yeah, this is the first time that we are seeing scare zone hints on the map, right?
Oh, right.
However, usually there is 5 scare zones, James.
Was a
On this map, there is 4 scare zones, and there has been a rumor going around that we are not getting an intro zone this year.
Oh, at all.
And if you look, it's not there. It should be there.
Maybe that's good. What do you think? The square zone out?
It could be good because last year was such, again, just...
It's an island. It's just on its own out there.
Yeah. Maybe they decided they would rather put more funding into just 4 zones versus a random, like, really small 5th zone.
I like it. Pull your resources.
Another thing is, not only is it Minion Land there now, another property moved into that square.
Do I know this?
You may or may not. So originally there was a Betty Boop Hello Kitty store right there in the front. It is now a Wicked store.
Wicked, oh.
Yeah, it is a giant Wicked advertisement.
All right.
The whole building is green and it just says Wicked really big.
No more Hello Kitty?
No more Hello Kitty.
Ah!
Actually, I think the merch might have moved to Islands of Adventure and Toon Lagoon. They might have put Hello Kitty over there.
Is she out there crawling around?
I don't think...
What'd you say? It was Hello Kitty and what?
Betty Boop.
Oh, Betty Boop, no.
Betty Boop is still meeting guests, but I don't think Hello Kitty is anymore. So that might be another reason why we're not getting the entry zone, because Wicked moved in after Horror Nights.
All right.
So yeah, it looks like we're only getting 4 zones. So that's the first thing to talk about. There is just nothing on the map where the entry zone should be. Is that going to be a little weird though? Like walking into Horror Nights and there's nothing there? There should be something though, right? It seems like we're going to walk in there and just see
Crickets.
Nothing. Yeah. Isn't that going to be weird?
No ceremony.
I feel like there has to be something. Or at least maybe at the beginning of the night, there'll be like random scare actors there from different zones, maybe. I don't know. It just seems like it would be really off if nothing was there. It was just quiet, or, I mean, they would probably be playing music.
I was going to say throw in some stilt walkers, but then that's just a scare zone, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, we'll go ahead and move to the very first little logo icon here. And again, locations are not really 100% known, so this doesn't mean that these are the locations that these are going. They just know that these are the houses that could be coming to the event.
Last thing on the last thing. That's a temporary thing, right? That's not permanent fixture, Wicked, right? They're capitalizing on the...
Ooh, I don't know, man. First of all, Wicked 2 comes out in December already, so...
Okay. Maybe it's a test.
And I believe a while back, there was permits or like some kind of official like trademark. I don't know what it was. It was something that was actually official that was saying that Universal was going to be bringing Wicked attractions to their parks. So
I know it exploded, but is that for good? It might have just...
I think they could be making a Wicked Land. I'm not saying in Orlando, but I think there is plans to make like Wicked stuff, Wicked attractions. So that store might be there for a while. It could be a long-term thing, yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get into the actual guts of this map, I do want to say that nothing is official until Universal makes it official. This is pure speculation. This is all just stuff that people are talking about on forums and social media. We are not insiders. We do not know official info of what's coming. And even if we knew the info, we wouldn't say it because we would get in trouble with Universal. So everything we're saying is just talk. It is not official. So that's just a little disclaimer there. What I will say is I personally am pretty confident in the IPs that are rumored right now. I think all 5 are the official ones. I want to put money down that the 5 IPs that are currently speculated are the ones we are seeing this year.
I'm sure there's a community member who will take that bet.
Just all the talk and the fact that they've all stayed on the map, just the amount of discussion that all these 5 are having, I'm pretty locked in that those are the 5. I think I would put money down on it. But we're going to talk about them. So the very first icon that we see on the map is the ring icon. It's changed slightly, and there's a coffin in the middle of the wrestling ring. Obviously saying that it is WWE, and again, it could be the...
Undertaker?
Undertaker. I wanted to say caretaker. HHN related. So yeah, I do strongly believe at this point it's been on the map for so long. It did disappear for a little bit of time, but it reappeared.
Hey, it disappeared. John Cena, it can't see me.
Hey, he's probably going to be in the house, but we won't be able to see him.
Yeah. Invisible Man. Woo.
Yeah.
John Cena.
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit. We're not WWE fans, but I think they will turn this into a very unique experience. And I think they could pull off something really cool because although this is an IP, it's going to be an original concept. Like there's nothing. It's not like a movie where they could pull scenes and make it into a house. Like this is going to be an original idea. It's similar to what like The Weeknd, like The Weeknd house. There wasn't a movie to pull off from that, so they made it like an original kind of concept from an IP. I am kind of excited. I do hope that that they pull it off well. All right, the next one. I am actually really excited to talk to you about this, James. There has been this. This next one is for an original. There has been a lot of talk about this rumor recently. It's exciting to see it on the map now. So that means that there could be some legs to this rumor. So the rumor going around is that there could be something from Halloween Horror Nights Singapore coming to the event this year.
It came back. The ideas.
Well, this is different. This is not the same. Not the same rumor from last time. This rumor is saying that one of the icons from Singapore is coming to the event and having their own house, but it's not going to be called the same thing. It's going to be just inspired by their icon.
We got a spinoff. It's like half original.
Their icon was called, you ready for this?
Okay.
The Killustrator.
Oh. All right. For anyone who doesn't know why I'm freaking out, because I think we've only mentioned it on one like podcast, but my username is Illustrator. I'm into it. Very cool. Oh, what did they paint with blood or something?
Let me show you pictures of this psycho.
Ew.
He looks very menacing, very demonic. It almost looks like Body Collectors in a way.
Dude, it's like Junji Ito come to life.
He looks manga. Intense. I mean, if something like that came to the event, Jesus, I'm ready for that. Like, I'm hoping. So the rumor, though, is he's just going to be called the Artist here in Orlando because maybe they didn't want to share the name or something. So if we go back to the map,
Illustrator,
there is some kind of paintbrush with some artwork or painting in front of it, but there's also 3 columns, and nobody really understands what that's supposed to mean.
Yeah, why is it overlapping the art too?
Yeah. So
I was seeing this and I was like, is it an N? Is it something?
Somebody pointed out that it could be ILL kill, like Killustrator.
Maybe.
Remember I said I wanted to reference Hallow'd Out Horror spec map.
Oh yeah. Any overlap?
They say the Artist Dark Manor.
Nice.
For the same location.
Yeah.
Same location, Horrors of WWE, and then the Artist Dark Manor.
And the font is kind of pillory. Kind of looks like pillars. And I don't know if that's relevant, but, that's something.
What do you think about that? I mean, let's read who the illustrator is real quick and just see his backstory from Singapore. So the Killustrator is one of the main icons for Halloween Horror Nights 10 in Singapore. He was featured in his own haunted house, Killustrator, The Final Chapter. And he had a show as well, The Silenced Auction. His backstory, the Killustrator is a horror illustrator who became obsessed with horror and created twisted incarnations from his own head and brought them to life and into the world to terrorize many around him. As promotion for the character, Universal had made an Instagram account for the character at Killustrator.x, where many would see some of the drawers teasing images and videos behind some of the work based on the event that year. Are these his illustrations? What's going on there?
Oh.
Yeah, another illustration from the Killustrator. It's manga.
I guess his account was like he would post whenever he killed or something. Seems like he was posting himself like as a character. That's kind of neat. So,
are you down for a possible illustrator icon?
Yeah. Killer artists? Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Dude, can you imagine how amazing that would be if that was our icon this year?
I'm down.
And he has his own house.
And he has a white painted face with like black streaks and just the yellow teeth taking up his whole face. I love it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this guy, look up the Killustrator from Singapore and look up images. And yeah, he looks menacing, man.
He looks pleased with his art. I'll say that.
Like I said, I am confident in the IPs. I have no idea about the originals. This is sort of a newer rumor. It's been going around for a few weeks, but still kind of on the newer side. So I'm not too sure about this one. I hope it's true, man. Oof. Oh my gosh. This one gets me super excited. Let us know your thoughts in the comments of our Instagram post or even on the Spotify page, what you guys think of the Illustrator, because it's exciting.
And with his merch, you can't go easy on this. If that's his whole thing, it's got to be good.
Dude, the Killustrator and Art the Clown. I'm gonna say Art the Clown.
Art.
Oh my
it's all
God.
art.
Oh no.
Beautiful.
Oh, they got to do it. I hope this is the thing. Michael Aiello, he's good at what he does, right? This has got to be his doing if this is true, man. Oh, I'm excited. I'm pumped. Okay, the next little icon, third soundstage, is the security camera. We've talked about that. Five Nights at Freddy's. Again, very confident we are getting Five Nights at Freddy's this year. Get excited.
Freddy's.
It's the wrong Freddy. I wanted Freddy Krueger, but I'll take it. I'm not mad at it. I would have preferred something else, but I think they could do a good job with it. I want to see like the whole horror Chuck E. Cheese vibes.
It's in there. It's pretty solidified. I mean, it's been floating forever. It's like,
no. It's that is what this rumor. That is what that means. The security camera.
All right.
It's been in talks for months. Like,
hey, here's an idea. Add a night. 6 Nights at Freddy's. Hasn't been done.
So I am, again, very confident it's going to bring a huge audience, of the younger audience, obviously. All the merchandise that they're going to sell for that thing, huge moneymaker, man. This has been a rumored IP this is the third year it's been rumored. I think 2 years ago we were talking that this could possibly be coming to the event. This time it's happening. I guarantee you, this time it's happening.
And in this case, there's an incentive to skimp on the merch, because check it out. You can just flood the place with your Freddy merch that it already exists, and then put a few with the HHN stamp on it, because that makes it limited. The price is infinitely jack up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's your strategy. Yeah, there's no way to lose with that one.
They have it all planned out. So, okay, we'll go ahead and move on from that one, because we talked about that a lot. The next one is that weird icon that we can never figure out, but it's changed slightly. So now it is a circle with wings, and it has the two scythes, like death. But now it has a tree in the middle instead of like the downtown buildings that it had before. What the heck is that?
Oh,
and this is an original, because now they have put the reels, meaning that they're IPs. They didn't have that before either.
I'll tell you what it is.
So
it's the forbidden tree, forbidden fruit, right? We got a halo, angel wings. We got scythes like the Grim Reaper. It's biblical, dude.
Oh,
maybe.
So kind of like the Fallen, then.
The Tree of Knowledge, right? There you go. Forbidden Tree of Knowledge.
So this could be like a angels and demons, angels and death.
Yeah, I see nothing else. I have no idea.
I would take that. Let's go over to Hallow'd Out Horror's map and see what they say. They have something different. They have Hallmouth Cemetery Roots and Shadows. Now, they are known to like make up the original names that are just like similar to what they think is coming. So this is not going to be like the official name, more than likely. But they're just kind of hinting at.
What ties it together is cemetery and like afterlife, kind of life and death stuff.
So yeah, I mean that could be, maybe that is the same thing that they're referencing. I don't know. Either way, that's a really cool original idea that I can dig. If there's a full on like cemetery haunted house. We missed a haunted house called Graveyard Games at HHN29. It was a lot of people's favorite that year, and apparently it was a beautiful house.
Imagine it's just after death, right? It starts at the cemetery, and it's like the judgment or whatever. It's like,
oh, okay.
It's like, which way are you going? I don't know. Might be too much for I don't know.
We're going to find out very, very soon what these all are. So I think we're going to get originals in June. Latest July, so I mean it's close. We're getting very close to figure out what all this stuff is.
It's angels and demons fighting over you, but it turns out the angels are trying to eat you, and the demons they're nice.
So what we're going to talk about next is a zone. So the icon for New York right now is a biohazard symbol.
Oh.
And it has...
I have an idea, but...
Is it that like a knife? What is that?
Like a vial? Maybe blood?
Oh, maybe.
A biohazard blood, like a patient zero?
Like a blood vial. I hope it's not dead exposure. Patient zero.
Can I tell you, 28 years later is about to come out.
The only issue with that, it doesn't have the reel. So
is it not?
So it's not an IP
yeah.
zone, unfortunately. That would be cool, though. I mean, they could be making an original idea because 28 Days Later is coming out to kind of coincide, maybe.
Just a separate off-brand Patient Zero zombie type.
Yeah. So I have seen a couple people throw this around. They've mentioned Toxic City Scare Zone. I don't know what that is, so I looked it up. Toxic City was one of 6 scare zones featured at Halloween Horror Nights 13 and was located in Marvel Superhero Island back when it was at Islands of Adventure. Universal decided to create a scare zone based in a city that has toxic waste lining the streets. The scare zone would use the foam effect that the Treeks and Foon scare zone used the previous year. You've broken quarantine and entered a city plunged into a biohazard nightmare. Toxic waste spews everywhere as the streets are filled with packs of mutated melting monsters.
What?
You were supposed to keep out. Now you're just entered a city under a toxic invasion. The sludge spews from all corners, and the deformed, mutated inhabitants of this city aren't as friendly as they used to be. Can you escape this biohazard nightmare, or will the toxic Avengers get to you first?
See, I saw that and I was like, what? But they're talking about the Avengers, but they're toxic. But there is a character called the Toxic Avenger.
That's true,
weird.
Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah, not saying that's what this is going to be, Toxic City. It was just thrown around just because of the biohazard symbol. It could be anything. It could be anything zombie related. It could be anything quarantine related. It could be something totally new. If they're going for a zombie scare zone in New York, I hope it's good. Don't waste that huge, zone, right? That's like always the big one.
Obviously the new Walking Dead, but is there a lot of New York zombie stuff? Usually it's, I don't know.
I mean, the scare zone could literally be anything zombie related, apocalypse related, if it's even any of that. Now, I'm going to take this time to go ahead and mention a rumor that Legacy had posted about. It's not on this map as far as I know, but I just want to bring it up. He said that he heard some rumblings about another vamp zone.
Okay.
And this time he was hearing Vamp 25 because it's 100 years.
Modern day vampires?
No, 1925.
Oh, okay. I like that.
More of like...
The height of the 20s, mid-20s is like the Roaring 20s?
Yeah, the Roaring 20s, and it would be exactly 100 years.
That's nice. Bring on the flappers.
That's what I was trying to think of, like some kind of vampire flappers and...
Flampires. If we got, what were they, swampies? We can have flampires.
So that is a small rumor that was going around because Legacy had mentioned that there's a possibility that another vamp zone could be happening. Something I just found saved on my phone as well is he was talking about how stuff that he'd been hearing about an icon this year, if something was imported from Singapore, it would more likely be Lady Death and not Killustrator. But he said, I've mentioned already, I've been wrong a few times so far this year. So Lady Death had to do with that whole scare zone that we were talking about last year, where it was like a Hispanic, like Days of the Dead type of deal. So that's what Lady Death was in Singapore.
And she's more likely, he says. More?
Yes. For some reason, he believes that more, but he says that he's been wrong this year already. So.
Okay.
But just think, Hallow'd Out Horror and Horror Night Nightmares both agreed.
I don't know how confident it is if he's covering his butt in the same breath.
Yeah. That might be inaccurate. But let's get back to the map. The next icon is Terrifier. It's the trash bags. That's the 5th soundstage. Terrifier has been the IP that has been in the rumor mill and speculation mill the longest. It was literally on our first episode of the season back in January. So it's been talked about for a long time. It has been the most confident one it's been the one I've been most confident in this entire time. It just makes sense. And I can't wait to see Art the Clown at Halloween Horror Nights because I am that confident. He is going to be here. There's just too many things that have happened, too many hints that the cast and crew have done, and There's also a facade being built in Hollywood right now. And it's only like the frame, the skeleton of it, but it matches almost to the T the Terrifier Funhouse from Terrifier 2. And that would be the facade.
Ah.
So,
kind of a given, huh?
Yeah. It's coming, guys. It's coming.
And he's going to be right at home.
I am going to demolish my wallet with Terrifier merch. I'm going to be a Terrifier merch fiend, James. I want it all.
We stand Terrifier. In this house, we stand Terrifier.
So again, I'm going to ask you, are you ready for a Terrifier marathon?
I mean, it's overdue, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, Art the Clown, can't wait. We'll talk about it more when the official announcement happens. Again, I'm that confident in it. So we'll talk about it in depth whenever that comes around. Might be the first announcement. We'll see. All right, so the next icon is for the Fast and Furious location, and this is exciting, James. I am excited. This is not one that has been on Horror Night Nightmares map, but if you remember, on the last Easter map, I mentioned an IP that wasn't on their map, but was a rumor going around. The icon on this is a campfire. It's a fire with 2 logs under it. The rumor going around, and I'm also very confident that this is true because of how much talk has happened and how much legs this has grown so very fast. And I'll tell you some other reasons why I'm confident. But for now, I will say this is representing Friday the 13th is more than likely coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year.
Crystal
Lake. Dude, I may not be getting Freddy Krueger, but it looks like I'm getting Jason Voorhees for the first time.
Ooh, a summer camp house.
Dude, I am so freaking excited. There hasn't been a Jason Voorhees house since 2007. He was at the event in 2015 for Freddy vs. Jason. To me, that doesn't count. His own standalone house, it's been long enough. We need him back. And the main reason that he hasn't been back is that there's been a huge rights issue with Friday the 13th, and it just got resolved. Literally yesterday, an official post was made of there will be new Jason movies. There's a new series coming out, and there's a whole new redesign is what they called it, and I think that's how they got past the right problem. There's a slight redesign, but it's not that big of a change. It looks pretty close.
It's a soft reboot, right?
It's a soft reboot, and in the description...
Yeah, that's exciting.
In the description of this official announcement of Friday the 13th, it said they're also going to be bringing immersive experiences. And guess what happened? The same day that happened, these 2 maps dropped.
That's cool. This is exciting stuff over here. Like brand new era.
And let me reiterate, before yesterday when that whole announcement happened, there was already a huge rumor about Friday the 13th coming. It sparked legs like super quick. Is it going to be in Fast and Furious though? Is that going to hurt it a little bit? A Crystal Lake house in Fast and Furious? I hope the location's wrong. I do. I really do. But I think I think I'm pretty confident saying we're getting Friday the 13th this year. And I think somebody was saying, one of the insiders might have said that it's not obviously going to be the first movie because Jason wasn't in the first movie, but it might be a legacy house of like Friday the 13th stuff. Oh, look, I have a snapshot. That is the redesign. Not much different. I mean, the mask, the eyes are kind of a little bit closer.
What are they talking about redesign? Is it a new character? Is it the same guy?
The same guy. But I think, again, because of the rights, like they had to change it, you know?
I guess. I don't understand that. But sure.
Here's the post. The Friday the 13th rights holders over at Jason Universe have unveiled their brand new Jason Voorhees redesign, with this new version of Jason set to lead movies, gaming, immersive experiences, collectibles, and more. Makeup effects legend Greg Nicotero helped with the redesign. Greg Nicotero has been a collaborator at Horror Nights many, many times.
Yeah, he's the man. He's the makeup man.
What do you think? Jason Voorhees at...
Dude, I'm happy for Jason. Things are looking bright for Jason. He's getting a whole new era. He's like whole new movies and whatever else extra, including the house. Who knows what other little extra things? Maybe the Vegas location. Who knows where or what? I like it.
Earlier in the season, we had rumors of Scream, and I've always said I wanted Nightmare on Elm Street, and we're not going to get any of those, but we are still getting an old school slasher, and I'm so happy with that. And we're getting Art the Clown in the same year as Jason. Dude. And we could be getting a Kill Illustrator icon.
Yeah.
Dude, this is looking good. This is actually starting to look really good. The rumors are starting to be fine-tuned. We're starting to actually see what the lineup really is going to be. It's very interesting, dude. I'm excited. There's a lot of Friday the 13th movies to marathon, by the way.
Oh, like 13, right?
There's 12, actually.
Oh!
There's 12. And Kane Hodder, one of the more famous guys to play Jason, he has said that he would love to do one more movie, and he would love to do the 13th one. And why isn't there a 13th one? So
yeah, and you got to be strategic with the name on that.
All right, moving on. We went from like an up top of the mountain excitement, and we're kind of going into a valley a little bit right now. It's not terrible. I hate that it's on the map, but I can believe that it could be true. A scare zone in San Francisco, where Blumhouse was last year. We have a new icon for the scare zone. It has a reel on it, meaning it's an IP. It is 3 lines stacked on top of each other. I know exactly what that is. It is the E in Megan on the poster.
Oh, yeah.
So are they implying a whole Megan scare zone in the same area that Blumhouse was last year? Are they implying a Blumhouse Volume 2 scare zone?
Is it going to cover the new Megan? Have you seen the trailer? It's like different looking.
It's Terminator 2, man.
Yeah.
It's a ripoff of Terminator 2.
It swapped genres.
Yeah. That's what Terminator 2 did, though. It's weird. It looks like a complete knockoff of T2. But, so it's coming out this summer, and Universal kind of hinted that a Megan horde would be roaming around. I don't know if it's City Walk or if it's Universal, but during when the movie is out this summer, there's going to be promotion with some Megans.
Oh, cool.
On non-horror nights.
Yeah, off-season.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I don't know about a whole Megan zone, though, dude.
Yeah, the whole zone. I don't know. I mean, I like the horde. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for the horde. I wouldn't be upset if it's the whole zone. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I'm cool.
I would prefer more like thought out, detailed zone. I figure like if it's just a Megan zone, it's just going to be Megan's. Like what's going to be the props and all that, you know? Let's move on. We have the flame for Nightmare Fuel. We'll just bypass that. We already know that's there.
Nightmare.
We're coming to the very first tent, and that is tent 3, and that is one of the new tents. And we have once again the book with the snowflakes. Very heavily rumored to be Scary Tales Christmas edition or some kind of winter edition. That rumor is still going strong.
Hey, hell yeah. Get it, ice?
Haha.
All right.
So yeah, the Christmas Scary Tales rumor is still going very, very strong. It might not be exactly Scary Tales, but it could be a house where it's just multiple Christmassy or snowy type stories in it. I am looking forward to that, if that is true. Let's look at...
'Tis the season.
Hallow'd Out Horror. They have something totally different. So if you look, there is Harvest Moon Viking Village on theirs, which does correspond to the early Viking rumor that was on Horror Night Nightmares map.
And Christmas has a lot of roots in the Viking culture, you know, with the Yule and all those guys.
I'm not sure if this one's true. So yeah, let's move on. The next one is the thumbs up, and that is Fallout. Legacy has said that what he has heard, as far as he has heard, Fallout is in one of the new tents.
Hey, Fallout.
I kind of like that there is an IP that is on the backside of the park this year, because all the IPs were up front last year. And it was kind of packed and a mess.
That's how they arrange artist alleys. They try to keep the celebrities to the end so that they don't... Yeah.
Again, Fallout has been a rumor long enough. It seems very locked in. It seems like it is coming. I still don't quite agree with it, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, and I'm going to have to check out the show now. Like, that's going to be another marathon. I'm going to have to watch more homework, so...
It's good. It's a good watch.
Okay.
I haven't seen the second season.
Is it out yet? It might
I don't know.
But yeah, Fallout is on this map and could be coming to the event. Next up, in one of the original tents, T2, we have a toy box, which is interesting because we had a similar icon on the Horror Night Nightmares map last year, but it was for a scare zone. This year, suddenly, an original house has popped up with a toy theme. People are guessing this could be a sequel to Dollhouse of the Damned, which was, I believe, the year before we started going. It was a very fan-favorite house, very creepy house, bunch of dolls. I would love to see a sequel to that so we could finally experience that.
Yeah, some people, that's their worst fear is dolls.
Yeah. People were saying that they hope it's not some kind of like something similar to what we got in Chucky, where it's just like a doll factory or something.
Yeah.
But on Hallow'd Out Horror's map, they have tortured toys as well, and they have it in the same location.
Another bear there with the blocks.
So they are agreeing on that one, that there is some kind of toy original haunted house. I'm all up for that. It could be very creepy and dark, and it could be like an abandoned house where somebody did some kind of weird, or like almost like Blair Witch, where you like go into the woods and there's like a bunch of toys and things hanging off the trees. And
yeah,
I think that's how Dollhouse of the Damned was, and I'm kind of hoping for something very similar to that. But if it's just like a total killer toys house, not sure. I don't even know how they would do that. Bunch of little small animatronics.
Dude, don't put Sid in that house. Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah. So yeah, let's move past that. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. The last house, last icon on the map, is once again the eye patch with the chains, again referring to Hatchet and Chains from Slaughter Cinema 2. That rumor is still going strong, so I'm thinking that it is true. You know, at first I was thinking, out of all the stories of the house, I don't think that's the one to pick. But after thinking about it, I do think if they elaborate on it into a whole house, it could be something cool. And I'm kind of thinking something along the lines of like a Darkest Deal. Like, what if they created something along those lines? Very story driven. We just kind of go through the story of what this demon is and what they do. And I don't know, just a huge backstory of the Hatchet and Chains Slaughter Cinema movie.
Yeah, I could use that because I know nothing. So, I mean,
yeah,
context is everything. So,
you remember the little room of Hatchet and Chains last year? Yes, no, maybe so. You don't?
I have no idea where to even begin. Where?
It was like a window, and in the window was a hallway where the scare actor was. Okay. And there was like a dead body on a chain, and he would yank it. Remember that?
It was swinging towards us, right?
Kind of, and we walked around it to where we saw another angle of it, and he would kind of yank the body with his chain.
It's vague, but yeah, I remember the swinging body.
Anything original is always interesting, just because we have no idea what it could possibly be, and there's always a lot of unknown going into those houses, so it's kind of fun. And they always do a great job. So I am just so freaking excited for this lineup of houses. If this is the lineup, I am going to be optimistic, but I'm also going to be cautiously optimistic, because I was excited for the lineup last year and it ended up being like the weakest year in my opinion.
I'm going to choose to be optimistically cautious.
I think this lineup of IPs is already better than last year though. And I think it's almost on the same realm as 32. I mean, WWE, Five Nights at Freddy's, Terrifier, Friday the 13th, and Fallout. It's such a mixed bag, and they're huge IPs.
Yeah.
There's something for everybody here. It's a great mixed bag. We have 2 slashers, one new slasher, one classic slasher. We have Five Nights at Freddy's, which is a huge phenomenon.
I guess it's about a cohesive theme versus a trail mix, and we're getting a good trail mix this time, because I'm talking about the Oddfellow year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know the consensus with everyone else, like if they prefer like it all being one, like tied together, or they like a variety. I'm not sure.
I think the general consensus is it's better when it's cohesive and it's all connected together. Yes.
Okay, cool. That's my preference too.
Well, here's hoping to have the Killustrator connect all that together. But again, it could also be the root thing from 23. It could be something totally different connecting everything together. So we're just going to have to see, man. We're just going to have to see what they do.
Yeah, who's the icon going to spiderweb everything?
Yeah. Now, we're not done with the map. There's 2 more things to talk about on this map, and that is scare zones. So in Central Park, there is this weird, I think it's a cat?
You got Tom and Jerry. You got a dent in him.
Oh, it's a wolf and a cat together.
Oh, yeah, it's half and half.
It's a werecat. I saw somebody mention that on the forums, and I was like, what is a werecat? Where did that come from? But that's what that is.
It's called Hermione turned into a cat. She was a werecat.
I don't believe anything werecat has happened at Horror Nights before, so I don't know. What do you think? What is a werewolf cat? I don't know. I thought it was a mask on top of whatever that face is, which is a wolf. But maybe it is just a half and half a cat and a werewolf. That's interesting.
Cat dog. Cat
Dude.
dog.
Wow, I think you nailed it. I think we got the cat dog.
Cat dog house.
No,
You
it's a
enter.
scare zone.
Aw. I wanted it to be a house because you enter one mouth, you exit the other mouth.
Well,
You're going through
but now that's the scare zone. You walk through
them.
one part of Central Park and out the other.
Woo!
Okay. Now the last scare zone we got is a Mardi Gras looking masquerade
Kind of gestury.
logo here. And I don't know if you've thought of it yet, but the general consensus of what this could be is another Slaughter Cinema thing coming. And that is Mardi Gras Murders.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly having its scare zone.
There you go.
It's in Hollywood, so not quite Louisiana, but could a Mardi Gras be happening in...
They got the props.
Yeah. So Mardi Gras could be happening in the Hollywood area, and that's where the murders are happening. Maybe.
I like it. You're recycling. Recycling Mardi Gras, put it here. Recycling Megan's, do it in the summer. You got the stuff. Use it.
Yeah.
I'm into it. Budget cuts. Don't worry about budget cuts. You already have the stuff spent. Use it. Take the full advantage of your stuff. Smart. Mardi Gras, I'm into it. I think it's the way. Because even at the time we were talking about the Mardi Gras murders, like, no one touches on that holiday too much. You know, that's kind of unique. Make a whole zone, yeah.
So another thing that people are bringing up is Zombie Gras was, I think, a zone before. And there was also, I forgot what it was, but there was a house that led into a zone at a certain year. I believe Zombie Gras was the scare zone. I got to look it up.
Zombie Gras has a nice ring to it.
So the scare zone was called Zombie Gras, but you exited a house called Zombie Geddon and into Zombie Gras.
Zombie getting scary up in here.
So people are guessing either Mardi Gras Murders or Zombie Gras, but I'm betting more Mardi Gras Murders. So, well, that completely... Oh, no, wait, there's one more thing. And it's very disappointing. I hope it's not true, James. On the map, there is no Lagoon show on this new one.
Oh?
There's only one show again. To me, that there's no way that they're not going to put another... They're not going to put a show. Like, they've had time to develop the Lagoon show already. Like, there's no reason that they wouldn't. I don't understand. It would be a huge missed opportunity if they don't. And it might be a budget cut thing if they didn't.
Yeah, we're the people eaters.
I hope it's not true.
Eat them crowds.
Real quick, let me go over to Hallow'd Out Horror to see what they have. So, on their scare zones, they have Blum Zone, Werecats, and Monster Masquerade on theirs.
Oh.
What the heck? They also have at number 4, what is that? Hamikuma Meet and Greet?
Hamikuma? Who's that?
What is that? Hamikuma HHN. It's a Singapore thing. Oh.
Creepy bear.
Oh, it's Japan.
It's a zombie teddy bear.
That I haven't heard of. I don't know how true that is. That's the first time I'm seeing that. So that's a weird little thing that Hallow'd Out Horror has, which is cool. Maybe it is true. All right, James. So far, if this was the lineup of this year, what are your thoughts?
I mean, the gang's all here, right? It's looking like a good array, good coterie of villains. Yeah, good toss up. Everyone seems right at home. All these newbies, the not newcomers, but the old comers, I guess. You know, the people coming back, looking at Jason.
I think Michael Aiello is really going to bring us classic HHN this year. That's my guess. Like I said, we haven't seen his event where he's completely been the head of the event since 28, because we missed 29, and I think after 29 is when he kind of started stepping away to go to Epic Universe. So we really haven't seen his stuff since 28. 28 was one of our favorite years. So I think we are going to see some pretty interesting stuff. And I hope the budget is better than last year, because I think that was a problem. As far as the lineup goes, the speculation of what the lineup could be, this is going to be a pretty interesting year. And I'm looking forward to the announcements that are about to hit us back to back. We're going to probably be doing a lot of announcement episodes coming up here very, very soon. So you ready for that, James?
Ready, Freddy.
Freddy Fazbear?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. So I'm hoping that they don't drop some kind of crazy announcement this next week, because I am going to be on vacation with family for an entire week. With my luck, that's what's going to happen. But the rumor that's going around, the speculation that's going around, is June 5th is the day for the first big announcement with tickets in the first house. So that'll work great if that happens. But if it comes out the week before that, the Thursday before that, I'll be on vacation still. So if something does drop during that time, expect a small delay with our episode, because I won't be able to record until I get back, and then I'll have to edit it. So if you're hearing this and an announcement has happened, hang tight. We will get an episode out as soon as possible. So, yeah.
Yeah. And on our way out, I got some ghosts of the day.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Janet Jackson, Megan Fox, Danny Trejo, and Tori Spelling, and some others, but those are the big ones that I'm liking. A little late. That's usually in the opening. Hey, y'all be excellent to each other.
Thank you all so much for listening. This has been a very, very fun conversation, because it's all starting to become more and more real, although there's no official announcements. We are getting very close. Are we less than 100 days away from the start of it? We might be.
I don't know. I know we're past the halfway mark of Halloween.
Yeah. Just be on the lookout for a ticket drop, a house announcement. Multi-night passes usually go on sale in July. They don't usually go on at the same time. So I do actually hope there's a little more time, because I still need to save up a little bit more money to get those passes. And I'm sure they're going to be more expensive than last year's. We'll still have a little bit of time for the multi-night passes, at least. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Please give us a follow on our social medias on Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, and Threads. We are at HHN Obsession. And please, 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 if you enjoy our episodes, if you enjoy the show, if you haven't already, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast and on Spotify and anywhere else you listen to podcasts and can give a review. It would be much appreciated. It helps with our algorithms when people search for HHN or HHN Podcast, stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know us, we're the one with the pumpkin.
Yeah. But again, thank you guys so much for all the support you have given us. Thank you for listening, and give us some comments about what you think about all this. We love to hear it and chat. We will catch y'all next time, which would be pretty soon. It's looking like.
See you out there in the dang fog, fools.
In that dank fog.
Oh yeah, dank fog.
Smells like Never Go Alone in there.
You're damn right. Just wait a while, giving you the hip at your face now. Wait a while, giving you the hip at your face now. Wait a while, giving you the hip at your face now. Wait a while, giving you the hip at your face now. Wait a while.
Hey everyone, just wanted to give a quick shout out to my good friend Zach Weber, who provided our intro and outro song, Heebie Jeebies. You can listen to the full version of Heebie Jeebies on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, or anywhere where you listen to your favorite music. Thanks for listening.